And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Saturday edition. People have been asking for a betcast. This is kind of like a betcast. We have the Pittsburgh Colorado game going on while we are here. Cabana Cheesecake was first in the chat. Terry is letting us know that Av scored, and then the team says he came first. So we will give updates while the game is playing. Briefly, Nick, how has NHL been for you lately?
It's been really nice. Yesterday was another profitable day. Went 5-2, up 2.9 units. Last 2 days, I'm up 7.6, and I'm 12-4. So definitely can't complain. I'm off to a 2-0 start today, thanks to the Devils plus 1.5 and the Devils team total over. I'm on the Avalanche right now, so off to a decent start. So hoping that continues.
Awesome, Nathan.
Yeah, having a pretty good week so far. Me and Occupancy have been talking a whole lot, cooking up some stuff, and I know we both smacked 2 round robins past 2 days, so we're up pretty good this week. Then I'm chasing this hangover right now, but brunch game was wild, and we've got a pretty nice slate the next 2 days. I'm pretty excited about it.
For sure. We might as well just jump right into the first game here. Columbus is in Boston. Plus 280 for Columbus, minus 360 for Boston. A total of 6.5 in this one. Let me get this up here. Columbus 0-3-2 in their last 5. So on a losing streak here. 5 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. Boston 5-1 in their last 6. 3 over, 2 under, 2 landed on 6. In the last 7 meetings in Boston, the Bruins are 4-1-2, 4 over, 3 under. 4 of 7 went to overtime. So these two teams play pretty close games, tend to go to overtime, and Boston gets the victory here. Goals for, slight advantage for Boston. Goals against, advantage Boston. Power play and penalty kill, pretty big advantage Boston. Goaltending, Merzlikins versus Swayman. Both goaltenders have not been playing too well as of late. .891 save percentage for Merzlikins, .892 for Swayman. Obviously, Swayman's numbers on the year are much better, but as of late, he hasn't been that good in this one. So I do not have anything singly in this game, but I'm looking here at the over 6.5. I do have a couple money line / over parlays coming up here. And this is another one I would look at, Boston money line and the over 6.5. I think we see goals in this game, and I think Boston gets the win. Nick, what do you think here? Blue Jackets and Bruins.
Yeah, I wanted to attack the Bruins team total in this game, and then I saw it opened up at 4.5, and that I don't bet over 4.5 when it comes to hockey. That's just my cutoff is 3.5 because sometimes I think 3.5 is asking a little much for some teams. 4.5, I know Columbus is still an NHL team, so you can't. I feel like you can't really take 4.5 with confidence. I did get on this line before it moved 20 cents. Actually, I'm on the Boston puck line at minus 130. It's now up to around minus 150. These are the times you're going to have to start laying a little bit more chalk, especially with this, these teams being these teams being as bad as they are. Some of them, Columbus being one of those, they've given up at least 3 goals in 7 straight games. They've looked horrible as of late. So I think Boston takes care of business in this one. I got the puck line there.
All right. That's Sports Guy. Welcome in. We're on the first game here.
What is good, fellas? What is good? I might sound rough, but yeah.
You and Nathan are going through the same thing here, but
it happens. Cheers to a rough night or rough morning.
Yeah, for me, I'm on the Bruins race to 4 at minus 120. Similar to what you guys said, I expect Boston to be able to score here. You got Mersey going on the road, who this year has not been great on the road at all. He's struggling a bit himself in general as of late. And then you got this Columbus team. I don't trust them to score enough to push this game over personally. I think they're on a 6-game slide here, and I don't think they've hit 3 goals in either of these 6 games or 5 games, whatever it is. But yeah, they haven't been able to score like they were scoring before. Boston obviously is one of the better defensive teams in the league. So I think Boston scores at will here. I think they win this game clear, no doubts. So I took the Bruins team total, I took the Bruins race to 4 minus 120.
All right, perfect. I like it. Nathan, what do you think here? Blue Jays and Bruins.
Yeah, that's a good spot. The race to 4. I like that. I like Boston here. I know Nick's on the puck line. It's not a bad play. I didn't get in time, so I'm not. I'm gonna save some units here. It's not a bad play. I'd play it, but I'm just out of units for the day. So, yeah, I like the Bruins in this spot. They've been playing well, other than that hiccup they had against the Leafs 2 games ago. But I think they get back on track. I think we do see goals. I think we get an over here. Last time these two teams played, both teams to score hit every single period. So I might end up on that one for some plus money there. The BJ's team total is at 2.5 plus money. I'm looking at it. I don't know if I'll get to it, but
yeah, Swayman has been the same as Merzlikins later. He has not been good, so 2.5.
yeah.
But that looks pretty good.
Yeah, for a 2.5 at plus 110, it's just looking like value, especially because these two teams like to get at it, and I think we see goals in this game because it's just what these two teams play at. They play at a fast pace, but yeah, I like the Bruins in this spot. I might stir up some action here. We'll see.
All right, we'll jump into game number 2. Los Angeles is in Winnipeg plus 100 for LA here, minus 120 for the Jets. A total of 6 in this one. Bring up the stats here. I'll close this. LA 3-1-2 in their last 6. 4 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. 3 of 5 games went to overtime. Winnipeg 5-2 in their last 7. 4 over, 3 under. 3 of 4 games went to overtime. LA 19-9-6 on the road. Winnipeg 19-13-2 at home. The Jets 6-2 in their last 8 at home against LA. 2 over, 7 under. So these games have tended to go under when these two teams face each other. 3 of 8 games went to overtime. Goals for, advantage Jets. Goals against, advantage Kings. Power play, advantage Jets. Penalty kill, both pretty bad, but a slight advantage here for the Kings on the penalty kill. Should be Peterson versus Hellebuck. Pretty even numbers on the season, a little bit better here pretty even here. In the last 5, Hellebuck has been great. He's 4-1 with a 937 save percentage, 2.20 goals against. In this one, I'm on the draw because these two teams have been going overtime a lot. I'm also on the Jets money line here. Jets have beat them 3-2 so far, both games this year. I would not be surprised if we see another 3-2 win by the Jets, hopefully in overtime. So I wouldn't talk anybody off the under either, but I like Jets in the draw. Nick, what do you think here? Kings and Jets.
I think we're getting the better team at plus money in this game, and that's exactly where I went in this one. I took the Kings at the plus 105 line. I also have their team total over. Yeah, I'm still shocked by the Panthers win. If you guys know anybody who bet the Devils money line tonight or this morning, check in on them. I don't know if they're okay. But yeah, I like the Kings in this spot. I expect them to put up goals. This Winnipeg Jets team, defensively, they've sucked lately. They've given up at least 3 expected goals in 8 of their last 9 games. So I don't expect them, or they're going to have Connor Hellebuck stand on his head if they want any chance in this game. And I don't know if he's going to be perfect like he has been. So I'm going to take the LA Kings here. I think they're the better overall team, and you're getting plus money for them here. So I think that this is a clear play for the Kings. Kings money line and team total over here.
All right, a little bit of disagreement in this one. It's always good, right?
Yes.
Cabano asks if I do NBA picks. I have throughout the season, but I've kind of slowed down just because hockey's in full force. Baseball's right around the corner. So there'll be the odd NBA pick for me, but not a lot.
We like to bet on sports where we know the players are actually going to play every game.
Jack says Kings all the way today, so he also likes the Kings. That sports guy. I like the Jets in the draw. Nick likes the Kings. What do you think in this game?
I'm on the under 6 here. Just looking at these two teams head to head, I think 2-8 to the over in their last 10 meetings. Then you look at both goalies. Hellebuck seems to have found some sort of form where he's playing a lot better. I know he had a stretch of 10, 11 games there where he was giving up 3+ every night. But he's definitely turned it around here. And if you look at Cal Peterson on the other side, I think besides that blow-up game where he got lit by the Kraken for 6, I think he's been pretty good as of late as well. The Jets obviously missing Kyle Connors is massive for that offense. I don't think we've seen him score more than 3 times since he's been out. I know it's only been a couple of games, but you take a guy like that out of their lineup and that impacts them quite a bit. And then the Kings on the other side, they're also banged up. I think still missing Doughty, still missing a couple guys up front as well. So I don't know if I want to pick a side, but I like this game to go under or worst case push at 6. But I think under 6 is the play here for me.
All right. Sidney Crosby just tied the game.
Fuck
From
yes.
a pass from Gensel. It is 1-1.
Damn it.
I'm
Actually,
so
no,
mad.
sorry, the defenseman. It was a rebound, yeah. So the defenseman, it was from Gensel to a defenseman, and then rebound.
How much time's left in that second period?
A lot.
tell
I'm
you,
so
it's-
mad. I was talking with y'all right before we started. I was staring at that over 3.5 for -110. God, I'm so mad I didn't take that.
Josh
Anyways.
likes the under 2. Yeah, both meetings have been 3-2, so I see it. Jets needs it and wins it. Yeah, I agree. Pens 1-1. There is 5 minutes left in the second period.
Oh, okay.
Nathan?
That's not bad then.
Yeah.
I was breaking it almost. Does that? 2-1 Colorado.
Let's go.
Nathan,
I told y'all.
what do you think
I
here?
freaking told y'all. Once the first goal comes, it's just gonna rain. I'm so freaking
Yeah.
pissed. Whatever. Anyways, Kings are on my no bet team because everyone makes fun of me for saying Kraken stole coins. Kings are on my shit list because the Kraken stole coins. So I'm passing on this one. I know I've seen everyone liking the Kings. The Jets do need to win. Should be a good game, like you said, Terry. It's gonna be close, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. And I know the Jets are missing Kyle Connor. They came out hot against the Leafs and went up 2-0, but couldn't close it. We'll see if they can find some magic and get Hellebuck to be a brick wall tonight.
All right. We will jump into the next one. Of course, I'll have some opinions on this game. The Wild +140 are in Carolina -160, a total of 6, -110 each way in this one. The Wild 7-0-1 in their last 8, coming off a shootout loss to Pittsburgh, the final game of their 9-game homestand. 1 over, 6 under. 4 of the last 5 have gone to overtime. Carolina 4-0-2 in the last 6. 4 over, 1 under. 2 of 6 went to overtime. Carolina 25-5-4 at home, a fantastic home record. The Wild 17-13-3 on the road. Carolina has won 4 in a row at home against Minnesota. The previous 3 games before that, though, the Wild had won. 2 over, 5 under, 1 landed on 6. 5 of 9. The last 9 meetings have gone to overtime in Carolina between these two. Goals for pretty even. Goals against advantage Canes. Power play, slight advantage for Canes, but a pretty good power play for Minnesota on the road as well. Penalty kill, pretty big advantage here for the Canes. The Wild are 12-0-2 against the Metropolitan Division this year. It'll be Fleury against Anderson, or it's Fleury confirmed for Minnesota, Anderson projected. On the year, obviously, Anderson has better numbers, but Marc-Andre Fleury did play with Chicago for most of the season, obviously. In the last 5 games for Anderson, .941 save percentage, 1.40 goals against. Fleury, since he's come to Minnesota, he's 2-0-0 with a .948 save percentage, 1.5 goals against. I like the under here. I haven't officially got to it yet, but just reading off all those stats, it's kind of hard not to like the under in this. I am on the Wild money line, of course, but I'm also on the draw. I think we have a really close game here. Honestly, the first meeting was 3-2. I think this is 2-2, goes to overtime, and whatever happens, happens. The Wild have been great in overtime. Obviously not against the Pens last game, but I think this is a close game, and I would take the under as well. Nick, What do you think here, Wild and Canes?
Yeah, I'm going to go right back to the team that's been making me money the past week and a half, 2 weeks, and that's the Carolina Hurricanes. I've bet them in 5 of their last 6 games. The only one I didn't get around to betting them was against Dallas when they lost 4-3. But this Hurricanes team, they've been making me money as of late, and I'm going to continue to ride them here. I've liked this team all season long. They were a team I gave out to win the Stanley Cup, I think 12 or 20-1 or something along those lines. I thought they were very good heading into the season, and I think this is a spot here where they take care of business in this one. We do have Minnesota. They are coming in off a loss, which sometimes once you see teams go on really nice winning streaks like we did with Minnesota and they lose one, I believe we saw this with the Flames as well. Once they lost their 10-game winning streak, they lost a couple in a row. Now, I think this is a spot here where the Canes take care of business in regulation. I think this could be like a 3-1 type of win here for the Canes. I'm on Canes and reg at -105 is where I end up going with this one. I also threw some beer money on 0-0 first period plus 400.
Cavano says you can tell Terry's not confident in the Wild. Of course not. I don't think anybody should be confident in either side in this game. These are two really good teams. I think this is going to go to overtime, and anyone can win it. Just like the last game with the Penguins against the Penguins, you can say you were super confident in the Penguins winning, but that was a close game. Could have went either way. So no, I'm not confident in the Wild winning, but I think they do here. They've been itching to get on the road, and they're very good against the Metropolitan Division. That's Sports Guy. What do you think here, Wild and Canes?
Yeah, sorry, Terry. I'm on Canes in regulation as well here. Just looking at this Minnesota team, I know we said they were going through a stretch where they're playing unreal defensive hockey, but over the last 3 games, they've seen their expected goals against numbers rise. Carolina, in terms of offensive production, has started to score more. They're generating chances. I like this game to go over as well. I'm on the over 6 at -105. But I just think the way that Minnesota has sort of hit a rough patch defensively over the last 3, I think that coupled with kind of how the Canes have been playing offensively, we see the Canes take care of business here. I think the Wild will be able to score as well on the other side. So I like this game to go over. I know last time out, like you said, it was a tight game, a tight checking game. We saw a 3-2 game, but I mean, I think this time out, the way the Canes are playing, and I think this game goes over and give me the Canes in reg.
All right, so some different opinions so far. Nathan, what do you think here, Wild and Canes?
Yeah, got a playoff hockey game here. I like it. I know Nick is throwing beer money on it, but that 0-0 Canes at home, I think the Wild will be happy to play 0-0, and I think the Canes will be happy to play 0-0. We've seen it all year long. It's only a beer money bet if you're not making money on it. But yeah, if you just something I do, good teams at home in Carolina. Carolina plays possession hockey.
Yep.
You just go on the 0-0, and we saw it happen earlier today. Pens Avs 0-0 through the first period. Now there's some great saves in that first period, but I think it hits. I think it hits today. I think it's a close game. I like the draw too. I might throw some down on the draw, and then I might throw some beer money on a 3-2 outcome.
I like it. Yeah, Nicholas says here that the Wild should have beat the Pens. And Nick,
yes, they were the better team in that game, expected goals wise.
Yeah, so hey, I can't blame anybody for Cuvano said here, Terry gonna call all of us Judas since we're going against him on his own show. Hey, we're not always gonna agree, and
that's what makes entertainment.
Not everybody's gonna take the Wild every game like I do, but if you look at it, Occupancy told me yesterday, if you have bet the Wild every game this season, you are up money. So keep that in mind. But anyways,
I think about 10 or 12 teams are if you've bet them every single game.
Yeah. But we'll jump into the next one here. Montreal is in Tampa. Plus 255 for the Habs here. Minus 315 for Tampa. Total 6.5 in this one. Montreal is 1-3-2 in their last 6. 2 over, 3 under, 1 landed on 6. 2 of 6 went to overtime. Tampa has won 4 in a row. 2 over, 2 under. 2 of 4 went to overtime. Obviously, Tampa has a much better home record than the Habs on the road. The Lightning have also won 7 in a row at home against Montreal, 3 over, 4 under. 4 of 9 did go to overtime. Goals for, goals against, power play, penalty kill, all big advantages for the Lightning. They are 100% the better team here. As you can see here, red, dark red, blue, green. Tampa Bay has beat Montreal 3-2 and 5-4 this year. So they haven't been blowing out the Habs, but they have been getting the win. Jake Allen for Montreal has 38 plus saves, so 38 or more saves in his last 5 starts. If you have access to Bet365, right now his saves total is 29.5 at minus 120. So that's almost nine saves. He's getting 9 saves more than his total. That's a pretty big difference there. Jake Allen, Brian Elliott. Obviously, Elliott 4-1 in his last 5 with a 938 save percentage, 1.8 goals against. Allen 1-3-1 with a 921 save percentage. He does have a good save percentage, but 3.6 goals against because he's facing so many shots that he can't stop them all. Elliott, on the other hand, has played very well as well. Nothing officially for me single-wise on this game. I do have Tampa in a parlay, I believe. I'll go over my parlays at the end. But I'm also looking at Tampa and the over parlay together. The only thing I don't like is Elliott has been good lately. So the 6.5 kind of scares me there. I'd rather 6. Nick, what do you think here? The Canadiens and the Lightning.
Yeah, I don't hate your Jake Allen look there. My only worry with Jake Allen tonight is if he makes it past like the second period, because I have a feeling the Lightning are going to light him up. Recently, Montreal has been giving up tons of chances. They've given up at least 3.82 expected goals in 5 straight games, and 4 of those they've given up at least 4 expected goals. So this is a team that's been giving up a lot of chances, and it's actually translated into they're giving up goals. They've given up at least 3 and 4 of the last 5 games. And Tampa Bay is coming into this one on a 4-game win streak. They've put up at least 4 goals in 3 straight games. And this is the time of year where the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to turn into that Stanley Cup contender we've seen the last few years. And I think this is one of those games where they just cruise, they take care of business, and they win this one 4-1. So I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning on the puck line in this spot and expect a little bit of an easier win for them here. And then Kaepernick's asking for goal scorers. I did get to Steven Stamkos.
Yep, I'm on Steven Stamkos too. Yeah.
I'll answer this question real too quick. I know it's a little bit off topic. I find cheesecake a little bit too sweet for me, but I do like pumpkin cheesecake, like a pumpkin pie. But Cubano, I think, is a baker. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so cheesecake's good, but a little bit rich for me.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. And then, Kaepernick asked about the goal scoring props. I do have Braden Point in my point parlay. Yeah, but he has been on fire lately. Goals and assists almost every game.
Yeah.
So if you can take Nick Stamkos, or I'd go with Braden Point as well because he's been absolutely.
I won't talk you off of either.
No.
Shout out to Kaepernick. That's Dre Richardson right there. I know him.
Awesome. That sports guy. What do you think here?
Yeah, I expect this to be a Tampa spot. I took Tampa race to 4 minus 130. I think I paid a little bit of juice for it. Obviously, the only concern is how Jake Allen's been playing. I know Nathan's been riding that ladder, Jake Allen ladder. I've been taking them just his normal line over the last few games. Like you said, he's had 38 plus saves in 5 straight. So I'm jumping back on the over 29.5 as well at minus 115. I'm giving it out today as well. There's a world where both of these hit. Obviously, we've seen him give up 4 goals and still make 30 plus saves. But there also is a world where maybe Tampa wins this game 3-1 or 3-0, right? We see Allen stand on his head. So I mean, I kept it pretty straightforward. I just took Tampa race to 4 at minus 130, and then I jumped on the save prop as well, over 29.5 at minus 115.
All right, I like it. Nathan, so far we've all liked Tampa and the save prop for Allen. What do you think here?
Been, I'm got the ladder. I'm gonna do it again. It's been going to. I started laddering Jake Allen when he got back, and after he gave up, he's had 43 saves against Boston. He's still on his head. Only gave up 3 goals, 2-3. He's been keeping teams. He's been keeping at home. He's been keeping the Canadians in games. Like the last one, 4-0, and then 7-4 on the road. I mean, they're on the road trip of death right now. It happens. Teams get shelled when you got to play Florida, Washington, Carolina, the Lightning. That's the road trip of death. I know me and Nick have talked about it.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, Jake Allen, great goalie. It sucks that the Habs are letting him just get shelled, but Florida shells him at home. He gave up 7 and still had 40 saves. I'm going back to it. If your book lets you do adjusted, you just click on everyone and hit the ladder. It's there. I like him at 29. So I don't think they want to put Montembeault in, even if he gives up goals. So that's my main one here. I'm also on Tampa Bay puck line. I think they get it done. I think the Habs are ready to get home. They don't want any part of this road trip of death.
No, Cubano, no, do not take Cole on the road.
He's on Suzuki. He likes Suzuki as well. We'll have to see here. Elliott has been good, but it is still Brian Elliott, and he doesn't really play a whole lot. So you never know. But I think we all kind of like Tampa here. We'll move on here to the next one. Toronto is in Philadelphia. Minus 290 for the Leafs, plus 235 for the Flyers. A total of 6.5 in this one. And it's 6.5 for a good reason. Toronto 6-2 in their last 8. 4 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. Philadelphia 2-5 in their last 7. 4 over, 1 under. Neither of these teams are going to overtime right now. Toronto 18-12-3 on the road. Philly 13-5-6 at home. The Flyers 5-1-1 in the last 7 at home against the Leafs. 3 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. 4 of 8 actually did go to overtime when these two teams faced each other. Goals for, big advantage Leafs. Goals against, slight advantage Flyers. Power play, penalty kill, both advantage Leafs. Big advantage on the power play. Campbell and Hart are both confirmed. Both goaltenders 2-2-1 in their last 5. Campbell has an .842 save percentage. Hart has an .892 save percentage. Campbell 4.6 goals against. Hart 3.8 goals against. So basically, neither of these two goalies are stopping the puck right now. This is a Toronto offense that we know what they can do. I like the over here. I have not got to it officially. I have Toronto money line and over 6.5 parlay, plus 134. I think the Leafs win this game, and I think we get a lot of goals. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar score to what we saw earlier with Florida. However, I don't think Philadelphia scores 6, but I think we see a very high scoring game with the Leafs on top. So I like Leafs money line and over 6.5 parlay together. Nick, what do you think here? Leafs and Flyers.
I got absolutely nothing on this game. One thing that I kind of was looking at earlier, I don't know what it is. It was just a gut feel for me. I didn't bet it. I have a feeling the Flyers may win this game. I don't know what it is, but this has, exactly what Cubano says. This has the feel of one of those games the Leafs should win, but they won't win. I didn't bet it. My lean is towards the Flyers. My lean is towards the over. I did not bet this game, though.
Flyers do have the Rangers tomorrow.
Okay.
And Nicholas thinks Leafs win this easy. As long as they score a lot, I'm totally fine with that. That Sports Guy, what do you think here? Leafs and Flyers.
This game is a pass for me as well. I was looking at this game. It's a lean towards the over. Obviously, Toronto, they can put the puck in the net at like they can score without any problems. Then you look at them defensively; they also give up a lot of goals. You got Campbell playing for the first time in almost a month, but I don't know if I trust Philly just enough to push this over. I could see a world where they win this game. I was eyeing down the Philly team total over 2.5 instead of taking the 6.5, but it was sitting at minus 150, and I was looking for plus money if I was going to take that. So ultimately, I stayed off. I think obviously, just looking at this game blindly, we all expect the Leafs to win. We expect them to hammer the Flyers, but this is a spot where the Leafs tend to let people down when they're this heavy of a favorite. We've seen it far too many times. So, I mean, I wouldn't talk anybody off taking a stab at the Flyers on the money line. But ultimately, I think I'm just going to stay away.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. Nathan, Leafs and Flyers, what do you think here?
Yeah, I think the Leafs need this game, but they could also be looking ahead. They have Tampa Bay and Florida on Monday and Tuesday, so we could definitely get the Leafs in a look ahead spot with Campbell, who hasn't played in a while. And yeah, it's just one of those games where you gotta stay off of it. It just feels weird. It's just one of those feelings. I'm passing. Like, it just feels weird for some reason. And I think we could get the Leafs looking ahead.
All right. So everybody likes to pass in this except me. Luckily, my Leafs and over 2-team parlay is a quarter unit, so my smallest bet. So it's nothing huge here if it doesn't come through. But we will move on here to the next second last game of the night here. The Blues plus 215 are in Calgary minus 260, total of 6.5 in this one. I get why the Flames should be favorites in this game, but minus 260 is pretty big against the Blues here. Just my initial thoughts. The Blues 3-3 in their last 9, 6 over, 1 under, 3 of 9 went to overtime. Calgary 4-2 in their last 8, 3 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6, 2 of 8 went to overtime. Blues 16-11-6 on the road. Calgary 21-7-7 at home. Blues 3-2 in the last 5 trips to Calgary, 6 over, 3 under. Goals for, advantage Flames. Goals against, big advantage Flames. Penalty kill advantage Flames. Power play advantage Blues. Both home teams have won when these two teams have faced each other. Calgary won 5-1. Blues won 7-1. Sorry?
Wasn't it the other way around? Didn't the Flames beat them 7-1?
I do not believe so.
Regardless, yeah, that's irrelevant, I guess.
Yeah, both home teams have won pretty by big margins here. Husso versus Markstrom, both pretty good numbers on the year. Markstrom obviously better, but in the last 5 games, Markstrom's 2-2-1 with an .899 save percentage, 3 goals against. Husso slightly better here, 3-1-1. Markstrom has been sliding down here. Flames haven't been as strong here as of late. This one's pretty tough here. I went with Flames money line and the over 6 parlay together for another quarter unit plus 131. Just because we have been seeing that the home team wins this, and they've been winning by a lot. So I took a stab here with Flames and the over, but not too confident in this one. I just don't think the Blues should be plus 215. I think that's a lot, but I do think the Flames win this, so it doesn't really matter with the number. Nick, Blues and Flames, what do you think here?
Yeah, these teams are closer than these odds say they are on regular terms. This is a horrible spot for the Blues, though. They're coming in off of an overtime loss against the Edmonton Oilers last night in an absolute shootout, and now they head into Calgary against a pissed-off Calgary team that's now lost 2 straight games, especially one with the Kings in a terrible spot, which the Kings had a very gutsy win in that one, and then they lost to Colorado without McKinnon. So 2 games that they're playoff caliber teams that they lost to, but they were playoff caliber teams in bad spots, and they still found a way to lose those games. I think Calgary comes out ready to go today. I took their puck on at even money. Defensively, St. Louis has not been great as of late. They're a team that's giving up goals. I can see a team total over for Calgary as well in this game. I think, unfortunately, that's a 4.5 when I looked. No, it's a 3.5 at -160. So, yeah, I would lean towards that spot, but I just stuck with the puck line here. I think this is a 4-1 type of game where the Flames show up and they win this game.
All right. That's Sports Guy, Blues and Flames.
Yeah, exact same as Nick. Sorry, one sec, just coughing.
Cubano says here, Jordan Binnington has a face you just want to punch.
Oh, he definitely does. He definitely does. Yeah, but same sort of thing as Nick here. I think the Flames come out ready to go tonight after a couple tough losses here in spots where I think they should have won. This Blues team, obviously defensively, has been horrible in terms of actual goals against and expected goals against. They give up looks. This Calgary team is not a team you want to give up looks to because they have the ability to lock it down defensively. I think we've seen them do that. So give me the Flames on the puck line in this spot at even money.
All right. We all like the Flames so far. Nathan, is it unanimous?
Yeah, it is. Let's see. Who remembers last time Calgary has lost back-to-back games? It's been almost 3 months. I don't think they go on a losing streak here. It's a flame spot just on the fact that fading the Blues on a back-to-back. Plus, it is the last game of the Blues road trip, so this is an absolutely horrible way to situational wise to finish this road trip. I think the Flames get it done. I think we see another 5-1, 7-1 type of game today.
All right. Cabana says Igor still wins that award. I'm assuming you're talking about the Vezina. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry. When Semyon Varlamov has more shutouts in the last few years than Igor Shesterkin and MSG, he's not the Vezina Trophy winner.
Nick, just because
I can't tell if
the
you're
Islanders
serious
are
or
good
not.
against the Rangers doesn't mean Igor is still 10 times.
Igor's a bum.
Than Varlamov, but yeah. We will go on to the final. I think Blues give up once Flames go up. It's possible, but hopefully NHL teams don't give up. But hey, Florida definitely didn't give up today, but obviously
No.
different teams.
The Devils did against the Bruins, though.
We'll jump into the final game of the night here before our best bet segment. Dallas -145 is in San Jose, +125, a total of 5.5 in this one. Dallas 5-1 in their last 6 games, 2 over, 4 under, 2 of 6 went to overtime. San Jose 3-3 in their last 6, 5 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. Pretty even road/home records here for both teams. The Sharks, though, 5-1 in the last 6 at home against Dallas. 3 under, 1 landed on 6 in the last 4. None went to overtime. Goals for, advantage Sharks. Goals against, advantage Stars. Power play, advantage Stars. Penalty kill, advantage Sharks. Wedgwood and Kakinen, both pretty even numbers on the year. Both pretty even numbers in their last 5 games. However, Wedgwood's 4-1. Kakinen's 0-4-1. Kakinen has also lost his first 2 starts for San Jose, 5-2 and 4-2. And Wedgwood played 1 game where I believe he won 4-3 in his only game with Dallas. But Dallas is playing well right now. The Sharks aren't. I am on Dallas money line here. I also have Dallas and a couple parlays. Kakinen's just not playing well right now. The only thing that does scare me, though, is that previous history. The Sharks 5-1. The Sharks have been a previous history team this year. They've kept up with most of those stats there, so it scares me a little bit, but Dallas just wants to win more. They're playing better. Doesn't scare me with Wedgwood and net. I think Dallas has the better team. Pretty even goaltenders. Nick, Stars and Sharks, final game of the night. What do you think here?
Absolute pass in this game. I didn't get to this one at all. I'd be leaning towards an over in this one, I guess, especially at a 5.5. But I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I didn't get to anything in this game.
Oh, Cubano is also a Stars fan. Nice.
Yeah, it's Nathan's burner account, right?
Is it? That's Sports Guy. What do you think here? Stars and Sharks.
Yeah, this is a pass for me as well.
All right. Jay Shank is leaning Stars heavy here. Nathan, are your Stars going to come through for us tonight?
Of course they are. So we get a terrible freaking pick in the draft. They freaking Stars, man. Yeah, they're gonna come through. There's nothing recency based on the stats that say they're not going to. They're playing decent defense, not giving up goals, killing overs. But it's gonna be Dallas Stars hockey. That's how they win games. But yeah, I'm on them tonight. Oh man, yeah. Existence is pain. But I don't know. They're gonna get my hopes up just enough to spend money on playoff tickets when they come to the playoffs, and then I don't know. Who knows? It's the Dallas Stars, man. But yeah, they should take care.
They make a Stanley Cup run now that you said that.
Oh my gosh, I know it's a running joke, but yep, our GM and our head coach are going to be happy with the current state of the team. They should take care of business tonight. Kakinen hasn't looked good since he hasn't looked good, and they haven't tried real hard to help him out much either. But we'll see. We get Wedgwood and net. He looked good the first game. The Stars threw him out there on the last road trip. So Stars do have a back-to-back, but it's finishing in Seattle, so they should be looking to sweep this pretty easy Pacific Division road trip. But yeah, I like them to take care of business. I don't do props in Stars game because you're thinking that the power play and that top line should be doing good, and right now they're looking like overpaid bums.
Mike Madonna. Yeah, he's in the Wild organization. Hey, if Dean Evison, or sorry, if Bill Guerin wasn't GM, I'd love to have Mike Madonna. But but I like what Bill Guerin's doing, of course.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the big reasons why I want Bonus to get fired, so we can get kind of like, because the Mavs right now have Jason Kidd as the head coach. So hopefully we can go to another former Hall of Famer as a head coach in Dallas to turn the coaching situation around.
Well, you can't have Madonna back. No, he's staying in the Wild organization. But we will jump on to the best bets segment, and we'll start with Dog of the Day here. I'll bring everything up. For me, Dog of the Day, what do you think? What do you think it is? It's the Wild. I'm going for it. Nick, do you guys want to read? Do you guys want to read off your best bets, or do you just want me to do it?
Go for it.
Yeah, it works out better when I do it. But Nick, you're on LA for your Dog of the Day. Occupancy also went with LA. DJ's going with the Minnesota Wild with me. Nathan, you have not chosen a Dog of the Day. Is there one you like today?
Nah, that's too much. That's too much thinking. I drank too much last night to try and pick a dog today. I hit Buffalo yesterday. That was pretty nice, but I think I'll pass on the dog today.
Hey, no problem. That's why it's optional. That's Sports Guy. Dog of the Day. Is there a dog you like today?
Nope.
All right. We'll move on to over or under. I'm going Toronto, Philadelphia over 6.5. Melissa also did the same. Toronto, Philly over 6.5. And DJ went Montreal, Tampa over 6.5. Nick, you didn't choose over under. Is there one you like?
I was leaning towards the Kings Jets, but I only have the team total, so I just stayed off of this one today. I don't have any totals for today.
All right. Occupancy total, didn't choose one either. Nathan, is there a total you like?
Oh man, I'm gonna go Calgary to get back on track, and we'll go Blues Flames over 6.5.
I think you can get it at 6.2 at some places, but
is it a 6? If I can get a 6, I'll take a 6.
Yeah, I'll have to look after the show. So
it's
over
6.5.
That's Sports Guy. What do you think here?
Kings Jets under 6.
Winnipeg under 6. Oh, and before we finish the segment, I didn't mention yesterday was absolute fire for best bets. The entire show. You can look on Twitter. I posted it, but let me actually get it up here because it was a fantastic night for the show. Actually, I can just bring it up here. 1 second. Scroll down. Yesterday, as you can see, dog of the day was a sweep. Over under 7-1. Parlay Pieces was 7-2. Best bets 6-3. Everything was profitable last night. Nobody had a losing record. Vito was 1-1, and Toller was 2-2. But everybody else had a profitable show, so that's great. We'll finish here with best bets, best parlay pieces. I went the wild money line, plus 140, my best bet. Best parlay piece, I'm playing it safe. I'm going to go Dallas plus 1.5. Nick, you went Tampa Bay puck line, minus 115. Boston money line as your parlay piece. Vito went against me here. He went Carolina in regulation as his best bet. Toronto, Philadelphia over 5.5 as his parlay piece. Occupancy and Toller both went Kings money line as their best bets. Meyer over 2.5 shots from San Jose for occupancy for his parlay piece, and Toller went with Boston money line. DJ took Pasternak over 4.5 shots on goal plus 115 as his best bet. Hedman over 0.5 point as his parlay piece. Melissa went Columbus Boston over 6.5 as her best bet. Toronto money line as her parlay piece. And Nathan, you went with Tampa Bay puck line as well, which you got at minus 110. So Nick can have that as well.
Cool.
And Calgary money line for your parlay piece. That's Borsky. You're right there in the thick of things. Best bets, it's pretty close here. Two units separates 4 people. Melissa's right there too. So still anybody's game. What do you like for best bets tonight?
I don't know. I'm pissed at myself for letting this lead drop. I was almost at double-digit units. I don't know. I'm rattled right now. Went 5-1 yesterday, and the only bet I lost was my best bet. So
I feel that I went 5-2 in the same thing. That's happened to me so many times. It's a dart throw at my volume size.
Yeah, that's why I added the 3 other set. Like that's why. Well, we always had parlay piece, but that's why I added the 2 other segments because it's tough. It's like pretty much the whole show at profitable nights except best bets, and it is what it is. But
give me Jake Allen saves 29.5.
Oh, nice. Montreal. Allen over 29.5 saves, which I last saw at minus 150, more minus 120.
I got minus 115 on Bodog.
Yeah,
Bodog.
I got minus 114.
Oh, minus 115. Okay, perfect. And parlay piece?
Flames money line.
All right. And that is it. That is everything. We went through everything here. Best of luck to everybody tonight on this Saturday night. I think it's going to be a pretty good night of hockey. Smash the like button. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We appreciate all the support. And we will be back on Monday for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck tonight, guys.
Yeah, tell your friends to like and subscribe so we can start doing betcasts.
Yes.
Yeah, I said once we get to 500, we'll start doing betcasts. So
yeah, which if you guys, one last thing, if you guys do want to have somewhat betcast, my brother and I on Earl Sports Bets are doing a Final Four watch along for tonight's games with Villanova, Kansas, UNC, and Duke.
What time does that start?
6:00.
Oh, half an hour. All right. So if you haven't got tired of listening to Nick already, you can go listen to him on his channel.
Get tired of me later.
The link is in the description of this video. All right. So occupancy, thanks for coming in here. Best of luck tonight, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Monday. Have a good one, guys.